Contrary to popular opinion, as women age, their list of demands gets longer, not shorter. This is to protect their massive ego from the dearth of attention from alphas. And I wrote this probably about as harsh and about as 180 as you possibly can. But what I find interesting is younger writers or guys that are just dealing with cougars, let's say a guy's not even 30 yet. His perception of women, older women, is that they've got easier, more relaxed standards. Where in reality, if you're watching this thing from a distance or over time, at about 35, before they're like, I want to have fun, I want to party, I want to have a cute boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And then at about 35, their list starts expanding. He needs to be making this much money. He needs to own a house. He needs this. And a lot of this has to do with, whether it's mentioned or not, is the boyfriend, engagement, wedding, house, babies, girl blueprint. That's a girl's blueprint for life right there. The vast majority. You have outliers. Don't worry about them. We're talking about the vast majority. 86% of women will have a child, a live birth in their lifetime. That leaves 10 to 14% not having kids. That's not that many. So the boyfriend, engagement, wedding, house, babies is the way they go. And see, sometimes you'll see them change it up. They want the house. That's why they'll buy their own house. They're 35, 37 and never married. They'll buy their own house because they got to skip that step. They're running out of time. They'll go wedding, babies. They'll be pregnant on their wedding. They start speeding things up because they know that's the blueprint. But you start seeing these lists of what they demand. Again, it has nothing to do with what they'll accept or who they're going out with. But on paper, their demands go higher. And there's a couple of reasons for this. One, they have more experience. They've been burned a million times. They've been pumped and dumped. And they're also in competition with other women. They say, if my list is this long, and hers is this long, I have a higher value than this. It's kind of like when you see women on social media saying, if you're married and you contact me, I will contact your wife. No one's contacting her. It doesn't matter. What she wants people to know is, one, she's single, and two, for other women to think that their husband could succumb to her. So remember, women are always competing with each other, and all these lists really are a competition. And it's an ideal, list, but once you get in the room with them, it goes out the window. Charisma overrides everything. And again, you'll see these girls with these 35 bullet point lists, and then they're going out with the, ex-con who works down at Jiffy Lube and then stops working when he moves in with her. So, they get married. It has nothing to do with reality, but their list of demands grows longer, at least what they expect. But what they settle for are two different things. That's the real deal. Contrary to popular opinion, as women age, their list of demands gets longer, not shorter. This is to protect their massive ego from the dearth of attention from alphas or even men in general. And that's the real deal. We're at 40 minutes, gentlemen, and I'm going to have to go. And I appreciate your time today. Try to get a couple of questions answered. I'll be back at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we'll probably actually roll it at 7 a.m., not 6:30. But I appreciate your time. If you have any questions or want to expand on your knowledge, check out fortworthplayboy.gumroad.com. All of my products are there, and join up. And I look forward to speaking with you guys tomorrow. And thank you for your questions. Have a great morning.